All right, hey everyone. This is Satoshi here, and I thought I would try something different by inviting a guest on the channel and having us kind of talk through our thought process from each side. So yeah, I have HeroSplendor on the call, and we just played a pretty interesting game, and so thought it would be cool to just share our thought process here. So Hero, do you want to say hi to everyone?
Oh, hi guys.
Cool. All right. So this is how the board started, and Hero had the first move. So you want to talk us through what you were thinking here?
Yeah, nothing fancy really. I mean, I see the big red cards, the 4-point red cards, right, and the 4-point black cards. But it seems too far right now. So I'm thinking of just starting basic. And actually now I forget what I played first. So could you just play my first move?
Sure.
Yeah. So I take the green and the chocolate, so that maybe in the future I can buy the blue, the small blue,
Right.
and also maybe stop you from going too far ahead to buy the 2-point chocolate.
Right. Got it. So yeah, from my perspective, pretty similar. There is the black and the green on top. I think I was more, sorry, the black 4 points and the red 4 points on the top. And I think I was thinking, yeah, green is going to be a priority. So I was like focused on like thinking green first, and I was actually trying to figure out a way. I thought that the 3-point green card in the middle row was going to be a critical.
Yeah. And so the reason why you thought the 4-point reds were a priority because of the 3-point green in the middle, right?
Correct, and the additional greens in the middle row. So it just kind of felt like going green would be slightly more advantageous than red. But it seems like red and green are pretty equal in this board. But similarly, obviously the blue card on the bottom is a cheap card that I want to go after too.
If you're not able to get to the 4-point reds, you would still be able to get to the 2-point chocolates in the middle.
Correct.
If you pursue green. Right?
Yeah, and it's unlikely that I'm not going to get any of the greens at the top because there's two. So I think I did the same thing as you, and we both just recognized that we have to fill up that, and so.
So yeah, my second move. I tried not to repeat my first move. And the reason for that was I didn't for my third move. I didn't want to just pick out 2 coins. I wanted 3 coins for myself.
Right. Got it.
And so I varied it a little bit so that I can get the red.
Got it. And white is obviously better than blue because there's the 2 white red on the bottom.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I think, so at that point, you made that move. And then I think I take these 3 because now I'm thinking, okay, well, I'll just go directly after the 4 chocolate in the middle. And if you take it, then I still get to collect 3. So it's okay. So that's what I'm thinking. You went there. So yeah, I just saved it.
Yeah, I kind of wanted you to go for the chocolate.
Yeah. Makes sense.
So I just let you go there.
Yeah, and then you buy the red, right?
So I just took more coin.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. Why? So why'd you take the coin instead of just buying the? Well,
instead of just reserving the blue, you're saying?
Oh yeah, I get because you didn't want to put coins back in for me to be able to draw coins, right? Like you could have bought the red. Yeah. You could have bought the red here.
Yeah, the red. Yeah, but the red seemed quite costly, and I was hoping to get a green if I reserved it from the pile. So yeah, and if I didn't get a green, I would just get the blue.
Got it. Makes sense. And then I think I just stole the blue. Yeah. And then so what were you thinking here?
But this was kind of fantastic for me because there was a 4-coin red at the bottom now.
Yeah.
Which did not open any greens.
Right.
So I just went for that.
Right. And then here, I think I already noticed that I'm behind a little bit. So I'm like, okay, well, what's my move here? And I think I have to just take 2 coins. Oh no, I took the 3 at
this
the
one
top.
surprised me big time. This one was quite surprising for me.
Yeah,
because
potentially a mistake.
It didn't seem like you were investing for reds.
Yeah.
You were investing for greens.
Yeah.
But you reserved a red instead, and it seemed like a defensive move because you saw my red growing.
Yeah, I think it may have been acting too early, but yeah, I think at this point in time, it's obvious that red is now stronger than green, and so, yeah, I guess I just preemptively did a blocking move there, but probably too early since you're not even very close, anyways, to getting there, which opened up that.
This was awesome.
Yeah. And so then you go and take, and then I'm kind of like stuck here. So, but I just played the blue.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay, you take.
This, I was kind of confused if I should maybe go for the white at the bottom instead of the blue at the bottom. But I was like, you ultimately do need some blue for that noble at the top. So that, and maybe getting the blue might diversify things a little bit. Put some pressure on the blue out there on 3.
Yeah.
And it seemed like because you were playing a defensive game, I was hoping that if I put some pressure on that blue, you would be you might turn out to be a compulsive picker. And try and defend that blue as well. So, so my picking up this blue was based on your picking up the previous.
I see.
Chocolate 4.
I think that the white is actually stronger here.
Yeah, I know.
If we look back at it,
might be a silly.
Just because we have the green, the white, like the green, the red, and the 2 reds on the bottom need white.
Yeah.
So that could be potentially stronger.
The other thing that made me favor blue a little bit was maybe, you might end up playing defensively, or, either of us play defensively towards the end.
Yeah.
And try and reserve the big green, the big red points.
Yeah.
And it would open up the big green points, maybe.
Right.
And that would need blues.
Right. Because got it. All right, and then so you put green back in, and so now it's pretty safe for me to take that.
Yeah.
And so
this one kind of made me happy because.
Yeah, of course.
This was
yeah, that was good for you. Yeah. Now you go for the white.
Yeah.
Because obviously the open white card there, and then.
Yeah. This I didn't understand, but maybe now thinking about the big chocolate, the big black 4-point black that you had, maybe you were preparing for that. Was that the case?
I just started to think through, it was I was thinking that the 4, this would be decided by the 4 green 4 red, noble.
Interesting.
And so you could buy this easily with 1 black.
Yeah.
And so I felt
1
like.
Black and 1 green.
Oh right, you would have to pay a green too. Yeah. So I mean, you weren't planning on buying it, I guess.
Yeah. No.
So it maybe not necessary for me to steal there. But I thought it might be an important card. Oh, which opened that for you, which is so good.
This was awesome. Yes.
Yeah, that was good for you. So yeah, probably a mistake on my end. And then
this one, did you throw in a cold one for that?
Yeah, I did.
Uh-huh.
I kind of felt
So,
like,
yeah,
I felt like
that,
it was because you were gonna buy it, obviously, right?
no, I
Oh,
wasn't.
you weren't. Interesting.
Yeah.
You were just gonna go straight after the 2 at top.
Yeah.
Regardless. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
And
could be some of the weakness in my game, where I'm just like really, I guess I'm overly worried about racing for the green and reds, potentially.
Yeah.
Okay, so I go, and then you, which obviously another awesome card.
This was awesome. So basically, till this point, I have had to do no work.
Yeah.
And all of your defensive game is played right into my hands.
Correct. Yeah.
The
and
only
I'm
advantage
probably
you
just
probably have is that you have 3 points lead.
right, and 2 greens at this point, but
Yeah.
but yeah, I think from my point, I'm being overly defensive, and obviously with some slight luck on your end, that's just really punishing me.
Yeah.
I played it. You go there.
And what red was that?
That was the one that I saved.
Yeah. In hindsight, maybe I should have taken the lower one.
Yeah, I think you're way ahead if you do.
Yeah, you're right. So yeah, that was my mistake.
But this is another good card for you.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, at this point, I'm obviously feeling like it's going to be hard. Like I'm feeling like it's going to be pretty hard to win this one, because I think you're pretty ahead here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This one was the nice one for you.
Yeah.
It's just full of greens and reds, this game.
Yeah. Yeah,
so at this point I feel it's time to start blocking you.
Yeah, makes sense. Like you have, because I was fold up here, you could take both your plan was just to take both of the 7s, right?
Yeah, especially because you couldn't reserve at that point.
Yeah. And then this one worried me a little bit, but then you're kind of far, so
yeah. I mean, I did prepare a little bit for that scenario, but it didn't come far enough.
Makes sense. Right. So this was okay. So now I'm thinking, how am I gonna win?
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking this through, whether or not I should take this white card or not. So I have the 4 in my hand, and so I guess it's like my plan. So this is where I calculated a potential scenario in which I basically need to get this noble, this red, this noble, the 6 red, play this in my hand. So that's 6, 9, and then I need 1 more. And then I need 1 more, and then 2 more points without the white. So I'm like, do I need the white? That's what I was debating. If I should, because I can get to 15 without the white, but then there's just like both of these cards. I don't know. I guess I don't know if it was potentially the right move, but I just went to buy the white.
Yeah. The white kind of opened up options for you, so
yeah,
I felt like that was a good one still.
Yeah. And I go here.
Yeah, this one brought you quite close.
Yeah.
And so I probably, oh wow, so which one did I go for?
You played this guy. Why did you play that guy? Oh, maybe that was just a mistake, because you should have played the other guy, right?
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Yeah. The 4/7.
The other guy? Why do you think?
Because you don't use a red.
Yeah.
But then I guess, but then the 1 point is worthwhile.
Yeah.
I guess my plan would have been on your end to play both. To try to play both, and if I'm playing both,
that was my plan too. So maybe I should have thought either I play both or I just play the one that's lying outside and stop you.
Right. That's also a move. But then you're pretty. Duck. But then if you do
Yeah,
that, I just
that's
respond by taking greens and like stalling, defensive.
yeah, yeah.
So I don't think
Um,
that is the best move.
mhm, yeah.
But I think it's possible that the 7-4 first is, but then the way it played out, I think this way ended up being better that you played the 5 first.
Mhm.
Okay, so now I have to do that in case you block me, which opened that, which was good for potentially good for me.
Yeah, yeah. Now I see that you have a red lying around at the bottom, and I just have to go for it.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Yeah.
felt like maybe you should have bought the red at the bottom, but maybe I'm wrong.
No, I do think that this is at this point I should have bought the red at the bottom. I thought about it for a bit,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, I think that was if I buy this red at the bottom, then I'm actually back in the game.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
Especially because you had the chocolates, the black,
right, and I have
the
and I'm had
four-point
this
black.
as well.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, that was the wrong move. I think what was I thinking? Yeah, I don't think. Oh yeah, I was just trying to get free to not be too vulnerable. But then I sort of missed that. So then you get it, and then yeah, you're back to being quite ahead again. And yeah, at this point,
But that at least opens up an opportunity for you to like get more green coins and
yeah,
maybe stop me from getting my like 4-point red.
right, correct. So that was what I was thinking there as well. Play defensively, and then like I can, if we are like at a stalemate, it kind of favors me, but I mean you're still pretty ahead because you also have a 3-point advantage on me.
Yeah, I was just hoping that there's a green that comes out.
Yeah.
But unfortunate.
So there was, but I took it.
Oh wow, that's fantastic.
But obviously I was hoping for a red there.
You were hoping for a red.
And then okay, so yeah, you're just trying to open up for, what was
I
that?
saw, so there's another noble, right? Green red chocolate.
Right.
The green red black.
Right.
Or, oh no, the red black, yeah.
Yeah, red black.
So right in the beginning, I did reserve a black myself. So it seemed like I could quite easily get to that black if I, yeah, unfortunately, you can't see mine.
This one is a black?
Small one is a black, yeah.
Okay.
For which I'd need 1 blue, which I already have 3 blue.
Right.
So
got it.
I could buy that. And if I got the 4-point black on the top, and there seemed to be a lot of blacks suddenly, right? On the board, there are 5, 6 blacks.
Right, got it. So at that point, you just evaluated and you're like, oh, another win condition for you is going after the 4 black, 4 red noble.
Yeah, I mean, it does seem too late in the game to plan for that.
Yeah.
But the nice thing about blacks is that black can help you buy a small green if it comes out. So I was hoping that small green comes out.
Right.
Which did come out.
Right. Makes sense. And then we drew that, which I was like, that's kind of scary. So at this point, I'm like, I gotta free myself. Obviously, I can't really hold back the greens anymore. And then at this point, it is about me just sort of getting lucky, right? Like I just need to free myself there, and then just like that puts me in a position where if I draw a red, then I can just get the noble right away.
Yeah, I wonder what I was thinking as to why I didn't reserve the green, but maybe I was worried about opening up reds.
Yeah, that's possible too. And you're vulnerable for like a couple turns.
Yes.
Right. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe do you win if you do?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, you took that. Oh, but then you took that guy. Because if I take that guy, it's hard for you to win too.
Yeah. I could see you were preparing for that.
Yeah.
I mean, you anyway have a big black, right? So maybe I shouldn't be worried about that so much.
Right.
Yeah, I think that was a bad move. I should have reserved the one at the
bottom.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, now I'm just trying to figure out. I got this in my hand, and then there's the 7 white, and then there's also the 2. The 2 chop in the middle. So any combination of those gets me mine, but I just have to obviously be wary about what you're doing. Which obviously I'm behind. So you played so you end up playing your black.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're at this point you're like, you're just gonna win by the combinations of the blacks.
I mean, I was hoping that you be defensive and pick up the green at the bottom, which would just give me more like another turn to complete my blacks.
Right. Which is what I did.
Yeah, but that was a bad move.
Yeah, because it doesn't slow me.
Yeah.
Right, and you thought about this one for a while.
Yeah.
But ultimately,
I thought that you didn't have any use for the greens now because the greens were all
right.
And if anything, you could damage me with that black.
Right, and we talked about it too because it's just a 2-step. It's almost a 2-step plan for me where I can just take the black and then the white, and get to 16. And then cool. So then that opened up this, and I just got lucky, guys, and that finished the game.
Yeah, that kind of compensated for all the luck I had.
But I mean, I think, I guess my takeaway for me is not being as. I think I was overly defensive in the beginning, and so that opened up those opportunities for you.
I think the takeaway for me is not getting distracted, because I got distracted with the red and the chocolate.
Right.
My strategy maybe was, to kind of build pressure on all fronts slowly, and the green that I wanted you to be worried about the green reds, and then slowly build up the red chocolates instead.
Right.
But that's just like thinking about too many things simultaneously.
Right. Yeah. And potentially, I mean, I think overall it ended up. I wouldn't say that it was ended up being a mistake, but I think there is the lead where, like, if you are just more aggressive, like, and you're just because you're basically the aggressor for the most of the game, right? And definitely there was like just a ton of pressure on me. I'm like scared, like whatever card comes, it's like, okay, I could be screwed here. But yeah, generally, sort of like takeaways for me in most games too is whenever I'm trying to do too many things as well, it's like it doesn't end up going well, especially when you're playing against like equal players. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Sweet. This was fun. On post it. Good games, and thanks for doing this. Maybe we'll do another one in the future.
Yeah. Thanks, Satoshi.
Yeah. All right. See